YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Dodie Rocks back with that real street news. Hey, man, today, man, I got to talk about this beef between Turk and BG. You know, the Hot Boy reunion, man. It got some cracks and crevices in it, you feel me? And BG and that boy Turk, Magnolia Turk, whatever you want to call himself nowadays, man, they just ain't seeing eye to eye. You know, what seemed like some friendly, just competitive banter at first, you know what I'm saying, them going back and forth, man. It seems it got a little bit real as far as what these guys think about each other, you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy because these guys been friends for so damn long, you know, been in the same group for years, you know, 20 plus years, man. And then this is what it's finally come to. And in my opinion, this is just Turk, man, letting his ego and what he think about himself get the best of him. You know, you finally got this opportunity to get this bag, Turk, and man, look like you don't really want it, you know what I'm saying? Because in your eyes, you are equal to BG, you are equal to Lil Wayne, you're equal to Jew, and that's just not the case, fam. It's never been. When you guys was in a group together, man, everybody know you was the bottom of the barrel, you was the bottom of the totem pole, fam. And it's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't have to be Beyonce and Destiny's Child, you know what I'm saying? But you got to know your role, fam. You've been waiting long to finally get this check, you know what I'm saying? The check that all you young dudes had deserved back in the days, man, y'all finally getting a chance to get it. You know, you more specifically because Juvie had a good solo career. BG had a great solo career. Lil Wayne had an awesome solo career, you know what I'm saying? So these guys, they made some money. Outside of them Hot Boy tapes, man, Turk, you didn't do nothing as far as solo stuff, man. So this was your opportunity to come back around, shine, stack that bag up. And I'm not saying you didn't stack the bag up, but I'm saying you might have got a bag, man, and you was like, oh, man, I'm great now. When in actuality, you could have made a lot more money, fam. You done got your bag, and then on top of you, like, they done, you know, ished on me all these years, so you still got a chip on your shoulder, fam? You know, BG, that's who got the streets popping. When Cash Money first came out, man, BG is what wrangled them streets in for Cash Money. Juvie wrangled the radio in for Cash Money. You know, at this time, Wayne was still young, still figuring himself out. He was, no doubt was he talented, but he wasn't ready to take it on by himself like that. You know, after Juvie and BG locked down the streets and the radio, and got Cash Money on a huge platform, that's when Lil Wayne took over. And that's pretty much the history of the story. You know, nowhere in there did you hear me say Turk took over this, Turk did that, Turk started this, Turk just didn't do all that, you know what I'm saying? He didn't do it. But in his eyes, he feel like these guys are the same level. You know, he even said that outside of New Orleans, him and BG is on the same level. That's false. You know, outside of New Orleans, man, BG is still that man. Every city. That's who wrangled the streets in, bro. Y'all are nowhere near equal. Nowhere near equal. You understand? Like, that just is what it is. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But Turk has been just putting out some claims out there, man. It's ridiculous, man. Like, I haven't heard his album coming up. I've heard BG's. I've heard the music he's been putting out. Turk's calling it trash. I'm not saying it's the best BG, but man, it's far from trash. And in many ways, I just think Turk's trying to hype his own little album up with all this old trolling, pretty much just trolling, man. You know, in his eyes, he cannot really feel the way he's feeling. It's impossible. You know you're not better than this man. You know that y'all not on the same level. Y'all don't deserve the same bag, matter of fact. But Turk is entitled to his own opinion, man. But when that opinion comes back and bites you in the ass, man, and takes money from your bag, man, then that's crucial. And his wife, speaking up, his wife is his manager. So in some aspects, she does have the right to speak up, in two different aspects. But, there's certain things you don't want your manager to say. There's certain things you don't want your wife to say. Unless you just want that out in the atmosphere. And I just feel like all this stuff that's been coming out, all stuff his wife's been saying, things he's been saying, man, that's just all trolling to to push his little album, man, which is not gonna go anywhere, man. You know, like, you ever seen a bird try to take off, man, a baby bird, man, it just falls straight to the ground, man? Like, that's what that boy's album gonna do, man. It's not going nowhere, man. Let's just be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, you're not gonna do better numbers than Wayne or BG, or you're not even gonna do a quarter of those numbers, fam. And then you just throwing fuel on the fire as far as the dynamics in the relationship between the group members. Like, man, y'all already been shaky for years, bro. Now you just ending it all for you. So I hope this bag is well worth it, Turk. I hope that you ran that thing up enough to where you ain't ever gotta see no more Cash Money, buddy, because you ain't gonna see no with them guys. You know, BG came out, you know, and said that he's not gonna say too much, and at the same time said enough. You know, somebody in his post asked, you know, why is Turk kicked off the Cash Money tour? He said because he's acting like a turkey. You know, he didn't want to say too much, but jokingly he said that, and that was enough in itself. You feel me? But anyways, man, the Cash Money tour is still going on. BG is no longer, Turk is no longer on that tour with them guys. And it is what it is. So go on, jump in that comment section, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, man, cut on that post notification. Until next time, YouTube 1.